7 truly astonishing ancient technologies. Humans of today are accustomed to the assistance of countless complex technologies that are prevalent throughout modern life. Although we still face a multitude of difficult challenges, these technologies have made our lives much easier than that of our ancestors and have led to the advancement of mankind. In this age, we humans carry around powerful computers in our palms that are powered by extensive networks of giant towers and satellites that revolve around the globe. We have accomplished incredible research on our own genetic structure and plan to colonize the planet of Mars in a few decades. Even the clothes we wear and the buildings we reside in employ sophisticated techniques to make and maintain. The process of such technological progress has been ongoing since the dawn of humanity. And while ancient Greek didn't have Netflix and chill, and ancient Roman wasn't covered in drones, humans have been improving technology for thousands of years. In this video, we are going to show you 7 ancient technological marvels. So please subscribe, hit the like button and sit back as we take you back in time. Thanks for tuning in to Myopic Mind. Number 1. Roman concrete. The ancient Roman civilization is regarded as one of the most influential civilizations in world history. They are distinguished for their contributions to language, law, religion, politics, warfare, engineering, literature and art. One of their most incredulous achievements is the Roman architecture. The Romans erected such amazingly long-lasting structures that still stand to this day. One of the crucial materials used in the construction of these buildings was Roman concrete. It was introduced during the era of the Roman Republic around 150 BC, but many historians hold the view that it could have been developed a century before then. Roman concrete was like modern hydraulic setting cement and consists of an aggregate and mortar. A substance, when mixed with water, hardens over time and settles. The composition of the aggregate varied and included materials such as rock, ceramics and brick rubble from previously demolished buildings. One of the materials often used in the aggregate was tuff, a rock made from volcanic ash which reacted with seawater and binders to give the concrete immense strength and longevity. The Romans built marvelous structures such as the Colosseum and the Pantheon, making use of the beneficial attributes of Roman concrete. Another great characteristic with this material was that it had a lower environmental footprint due to its lower cooking temperatures and longer lifespan. Who knew ancient Rome was so environmentally conscious? Number 2. An ancient robot. Yes, robots existed in ancient times. Well, not robots that could talk with you or nurse you back to health, but certainly a robot that could dance with you. This particular robot was designed by the Tony Stark of ancient times, mathematician and inventor, Hero of Alexandria. Yes, even his name sounds epic. Belonging to the period between 10 AD and 70 AD, Hero is considered to be one of the world's greatest experimenters of antiquity whose work was influenced by Hellenistic traditions. Hero designed a vending machine which could dispense holy water, a wind wheel that could operate a musical organ, and a forced pump that was widely used in fire burners in the Roman world. He even gave designs for a steam engine and the eolipile, which can be imagined as a rocket-like reaction engine. Impressively, he also constructed a programmable robot. The device was a 3-wheeled car that carried smaller machines onto the stage to perform. It had 2 independent axles around which a rope could be wound and then handled using weights. By controlling the length of the rope, Hero could plan the movements of the robot before it got on stage. The robot would deliver other smaller machines to the stage which could perform acts of their own, and the combined exhibit mesmerized the audience. Number 3. Greek fire. Greek fire was an incendiary weapon that was used in naval warfare by the Byzantine Empire. Its use began in 7th century AD and appeared in original Byzantine sources with names such as water fire, war fire, manufactured fire, and liquid fire. Different from the incendiary weapons used by the Arabs, the Chinese, and the Mongols, the formula of the mixture was a closely guarded state secret, speculated to be based on substances that could have include naphtha, quicklime, calcium phosphide, and sulfur. This weapon is believed to even set fire to the sea. Using pressurized nozzles resembling modern flamethrowers, the liquid was projected directly onto the enemy ships. It was devastating to all who were unfortunate to be in its path. Think back to when Stannis Baratheon's entire fleet was obliterated by wildfire outside King's Landing in the Game of Thrones. This technology proved crucial for the success and survival of the Byzantine Empire, and it's provided many vital victories for the empire in naval battles, most notably during the First and Second Arab sieges of Constantinople. Number 4. The Great Pyramid of Giza. Even in the present age, millions of tourists travel every year to see the 3 Great Pyramids located in the desert of Giza, west of Cairo. They were built to entomb the remains of the ancient pharaohs who were the rulers of Egypt. The largest of these pyramids is called the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is the oldest wonder of the ancient world and the only one that still exists to this day. It was built in the 26th century BC. Yes, one of the most spectacular buildings standing today was built 4,500 years ago. When the pyramid was built, it stood at 146.5 metres or 481 feet tall, and it remained the tallest man-made structure for 3,800 years. To put that into perspective, America has only existed for 244 years. The Egyptians of the time did not have machines such as cranes and wheels and had limited tools. The feat was accomplished by the brute force of a huge number of labourers who quarried an estimated 2.3 million large stones weighing around 6 million tonnes combined. The stone primarily used was local limestone, which is sourced from the Giza Plateau. Mortar was then used to bind the outer layers of the pyramid. One of the most astonishing aspects of the Great Pyramid is its orientation. The fact that the pyramid is aligned within 1/15th of the degree of the cardinal points, north, south, east and west, is truly incredible. In addition, the alignment of the pyramids is considered to have been designed according to celestial positions. The pyramids have also played a great part in the art and culture of Egypt, and in modern times have been included in various fictional and fantastical interpretations of Egypt in literature, film and video games. Number 5. The Zhang Seismograph. Zhang was a polymath and statesman who lived in China in 1st century AD during the Han dynasty. Deriving his education from the cities of Luoyang and Chang'an, he found success in the fields of mathematics, astronomy, seismology, geography, cartography, art and politics. He was 10 years old when his father died, and he was brought up by his mother and grandmother. He was a prolific writer in his youth and left his home in his younger years to pursue various scientific fields. He then became a small-time civil servant and continued to cultivate higher knowledge and rose through the ranks until he became the chief astronomer and prefect of the majors of official carriages at the palace attendant at the imperial court. His most impressive accomplishment is considered to be the world's first seismograph, which he invented in 132 AD. The destruction of earthquakes had been the concern of the Chinese for millennia. Zhang's invention of the seismograph proved to be essential in providing quick relief to the areas affected by earthquakes. It could detect earthquakes from hundreds of kilometres away accurately by using intricate mechanisms. Zhang's device utilised the interworking of tools such as cranks, balls, levers, slings, pendulums and a compass to discern the direction of the disturbance. Chinese mathematicians and inventors of more modern times have replicated this seismograph to detect earthquakes, which gained them recognition in their own right. But even the modern replicas have failed to match the level of accuracy that has been described for Zhang's invention. Number 6. Mesopotamian Civilization and Technology. Today, the physical realms of ancient Mesopotamia are found underneath the lands of Iraq, but once this area nurtured all aspects of human civilization. Almost all the knowledge we possess today finds its roots in the Mesopotamian civilization. Mesopotamia is a fertile strip of land between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates, situated in present-day Iraq, Kuwait and Syria. In ancient times, this strip was continuously inhabited for over 12,000 years. This gave birth to the world's first cities, starting around 4000 BC, which include Ur, Uruk, Babylon, Akkad, Ashur, Nimrud and Nineveh. Mesopotamian civilization markedly advanced human food consumption by developing sophisticated techniques for agriculture, fishing and raising livestock that are still in use today. They developed sophisticated hydraulic systems to deliver water near settlements, build comfortable homes and raise gigantic structures. But the most incredible aspect of Mesopotamian civilization was their research and knowledge. The Mesopotamian mathematics was based on a base 60 numerical system that gave birth to the 60-second minute, a 60-second hour, and a 360-degree circular angle. Babylonians of Mesopotamia developed sophisticated systems of astronomy to study the stars and sky and gave 12 periods to a year on Earth, which they named after the most prominent constellations visible in the night sky. This system was later borrowed by the Greeks to create the zodiac. Mesopotamians also divided the week into 7 days and gave them names after their gods, which they believed to be embodied by the 7 large celestial bodies observed in the sky. The most important contribution of ancient Mesopotamia to humanity is language and writing. In modern times, their writing system is called cuneiform. It originated with the small pictures the ancient Mesopotamians used to draw on walls and clay to keep records of trades and assets, and developed gradually to give rise to a multiple of languages that originated from the area. Number 7. Antikythera Mechanism. The National Archaeology Museum in Athens houses a remarkable feat of engineering devised by the Greeks in ancient times. The Antikythera Mechanism is the oldest version of an analogue computer discovered by archaeologists. This artefact was found in 1901 among a shipwreck off the coast of the Greek isle of Antikythera. Various conservation and investigative techniques were applied to restore the instrument and discover its purpose, and several reconstructions and replications were modelled to exhibit its mechanisms. Scientists believe that the Antikythera mechanism was originally designed between 2005 and 87 BC. The studies have revealed that the gadget utilises 37 meshing bronze gears that enable it to observe the movements of the Sun and the Moon through the zodiac, which is the area of the sky where the Sun, the Moon and the visible planets make their orbit. The mechanism could predict eclipses and model the Moon's orbit, which is remarkable since the Moon's elliptical motion causes an irregular orbit. It could also track the Olympiad, a 4-year cycle used for the ancient Olympic Games. An incredible fact is the clockwork of such complexity was not designed until more than a millennium later in 14th century Europe. The Antikythera mechanism's prediction of the celestial phenomenon, according to sophisticated contemporary astrological theories, proves that it was a work of profound innovation. It seems almost unbelievable that humans thousands of years ago were studying a sky full of stars and celestial bodies with a primitive type of computer. That's it, folks. These are 7 ancient technologies that we thought would truly astonish you. We hope you enjoyed the video and learned something along the way. If you like our content, subscribe and hit the notification bell to get more amazing facts about the world that surrounds us. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.